up.
Hey YouTube, Allergic Adventures here. Yesterday was Gradius Day, or Nemesis Day I suppose it could be called as well. So it was the day the Gradius arcade game was released, and what better excuse to have to play some versions of Gradius. So I thought I would start out with the first one that I played in the home version, and that is none other than the MSX version, which the Japanese version is called Nemesis. The Western copies are called Gradius, and it is a very good version indeed, and it was one of the games that came along only just after we got MSX computers over here, and I was very impressed with it indeed. I didn't own my own copy for a very long time, and it wasn't a game that I had a pirated copy on disc either for a long time. And I think we only got one or two copies in the store that I worked in, and we only had them for a very short time because we sold them, so I didn't actually get to play it very much back in the day. And it's also a game that requires two buttons as well, and two button joysticks were a little bit rare. So forward on many years, the very first actual MSX cartridges that I owned in my collection, I bought a lot of 4 loose cartridges, and one of them was Nemesis. So that's probably the first time that I actually got a decent amount of gameplay, and by that stage I had a dual button joystick as well, so it makes it a bit easier. I'm going to be using my MSX arcade stick for this. Now the MSX was particularly lucky. It obviously got the first game. It also got the sequel, Gradius 2, still for the MSX one, but with an SSE sound chip. I have the Japanese copy, and Gradius 2 Episode 2, which is very spectacular indeed. Because I haven't played these games for a little while, I might do a few gameplays of these over the next couple of weeks. And an offshoot game, which is Salamander. Also have the Japanese copy of those, also for the MSX one. And then technically a sequel to that is Space Mambo as well, which is only available on the MSX. Now I have quite a large and extensive collection of versions of Gradius. I've got them for virtually every single system that I own. It's one of those ones where I am trying to collect every version of it. I am missing a couple. I can't remember off the top of my head which ones I'm missing, but there are only a couple. It's actually some of the later games for some of the slightly newer systems. Like I don't believe I have Gradius 5 for the PS2 as an example. I'm looking up here because my shoot 'em up section for the PS2 is just over there. And I probably don't have Gradius Gaiden for the PlayStation either. So yeah, only a couple of odd little ones there. But I've got, I've got all the Gradius games for the Game Boy. For the NES, I've got the versions, and I've also got the versions for Famicom as well, even though they're pretty much identical. And all sorts of systems. PC Engine, Saturn. So yes, definitely one of my favourite categories of games. Alright, so less rambling. Let's celebrate the anniversary of Gradius and Nemesis by playing it on the MSX one. Right, so here we go with Gradius or Nemesis on the MSX. I said this came out very early in the days of MSX for me. Speed ups. So it's a 2-button game because you need to select the weapons. If any of the enemies are red. Now the enemies are a little bit monochromatic. They address that in some of the later versions. And yes, the scrolling does go in increments. But for the time when this came out, this was very good. does follow the scenes and patterns from the arcade. By the way, I haven't done a warm-up or anything, so Gradius unfortunately is one of those games. If you make a mistake, it will be very hard to come back. But not this early stage, you can die now, you can work your way back. So no promises of getting through 2-minute levels, but we'll see how we go. So now we get our first boss. And there we go. Not concentrating, I stuffed up. So it knocks you back a bit, which in a way is good. Actually do have a speed there. Facing shooting. Oh, I've got to come from behind again. I can't press F5 because it's over there, but what we might do, since this is the Gradius anniversary, we'll call that my warm-up game, okay? Embarrassing warm-up game. Watch those close together pairs. This time we've ended up with two options. Once again, sometimes it's best to have a warm-up game. So this is pretty much the safe spot as long as you keep on firing. It helps with a couple options, just for those extra random ones that come up. This really is a must-have shoot-'em-up game for any MSX collectors, and there are a lot of copies manufactured and sold, obviously the European and the Japanese version, so it's not the most expensive cartridge either. So the laser weapon is actually not the best one for punching down. Boss's shield, you've got to hit it more times. That's why some people prefer the double. You don't get the ripple laser in this particular Gradius. Actually have powered up most things now. Got the second laser. about Gradius is it has a fair bit of variety to the levels. You really need to be careful about the stuff that you've gone past shooting you in the back. Protect you from the front, so. Right. So careful you don't get done in by a materialising one. I haven't actually played this for a while, so I'm surprised I have managed to get this one. Oh, look out. Nice back. Then we get the big heads, which can be killed. See, it definitely gets harder. How to show out of practice. Oh no! Oh, I'm left with nothing. Oh, no, that was a mistake. Let's see what's speed up. Oh! Pardon me. Make the same mistake again. Oh, darn it, I didn't shoot you in the backside this time. Down for our last light now. Alright. Electric Adventures did do out of practice, but I'm actually pleased that we got to see a few levels there. As you can see, it's an absolutely fantastic shoot 'em up game for the MSX one. Yes, the scrolling's a little chunky, but that does not deviate away from the gameplay, which is the most important thing. And it really does play well, and as you can see, plays quite fast. Now, I was playing it on a 60Hz machine here, so it does play a little faster than its power version, but the power version still plays fairly close to that. It's a really good fun game. So in celebration of 36th anniversary, I'll probably play some other versions of Gradius as well and release those video later. Alright, hope you've enjoyed this special Gradius celebration video. I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.